Alright, example 2. We're going to plot the sine curve. And I know you guys are real excited to plot the sine curve after we plotted the cosine curve. You're like, man, this is so much fun and so easy to do the cosine. I bet the sine curve's even easier. Well, yes and no. Remember, you're still going to be using 5 points. Okay, your first, second, third, fourth, fifth. You're also going to be plotting an S shape. Okay, sine gives you an S shape. So don't forget that. Now in this case, we're only going from the interval from 0 to 2 pi. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip every 2 and make this pi over 2. Skip 2, make this pi. I just want to stretch my graph out so I have a little more room to work with here. You don't have to go this exact same. You could stretch out even further or make it smaller. Doesn't matter. Just make sure it's in the correct intervals. So every 2 here, pi over 2. I could write in pi's over 4s here, but I don't need to do that. Pi over 4, 3 pi over 4, 5 pi over 4, 7 pi over 4. But I can stop at 2 pi because that's all the interval says I need to go. Now I have a 1/2 here. This 1/2 is your vertical. Now we're not stretching. In this case we are shrinking. So we have a vertical shrink. So what we're going to do for each of these, I want to make this like a 1/4. I'll make this 1/2. That'd be like a 3/4. This would be 1. And then this will be a negative 1/4, a negative 1/2, negative 3/4, and negative 1. This 1/2 means instead of our graph going from 1 all the way down to negative 1, it's going to be going from 1/2 to a negative 1/2. So it's going to be all in this nice general area from here all the way down to here. This is where our graph's going to be in between. So what we need to do is we need to start with, and I'm going to leave it there this time just because it's nice and pretty yellow. Our S shape, okay, your sine curve. You start at your origin. Here's your first point. And remember, your first point and your second point are always at the same height. So we're going to go to 2 pi, and we have our second point right here. And our third point is always halfway in between these. Well, if we're going to get an S shape that kind of looks something like this. Well, here's our first, here's our second, here's our third point. Halfway in between the two, these 3 points are all on the same vertical height. So you're going to have another point right here. So our fourth point is halfway between 0 and pi. Now does it go down or does it go up? Well, this is a part you have to remember it goes up. So you're going to have up here to half, not up at 1. At half, you have this point. And there's the first part of our S, goes down. We're not going to go right back up. But what we're going to do is for our fifth point is we're going to have this down here on the bottom. So you're going to go halfway in between here. You're going to go down a half because that's our vertical shrinkage. And now you just connect the dots. La la la, connect the dots. La la la, connect the dots. Pee Wee Herman from Pee Wee's Playhouse, in case you guys haven't seen it. If not, you need to YouTube it because it was hilarious. So here's your pretty S curve for your sine, and it has a height of 1/2 and goes down 1/2 because of our vertical shrink. So there is your sine curve.